Hello, this is Greg Allison with Green Greg's Garden and Worm Farm, coming to you on the 25th of August 2020. And I'm here to report on Hurricane Laura and Tropical Depression Marco, what's left of it. Little Marco did bring some clouds, you can see above, and gave us just a little rain today, about 4.5 of an inch at my house. Again, that would actually be 9/20ths of an inch if you want to put that in nice sort of round numbers, fractionally speaking that is. 9/20ths or 4.5 of an inch. Okay, so I'm here sitting next to a cornfield simply because, you know, there's a potential food dimension in this. I think this corn is pretty much gone. It's not going to mature much more, so I'm not sure it's going to benefit from the additional rain, because these tassels are black, the grain is hard. So that looks like good corn there. So I'm not expecting any addition, at least for this corn, benefit. The question is, will some areas get flooded? Well, not here. At least we don't think so. It's thought Hurricane Laura will hit with winds, at least the winds will hit tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, along the Gulf Coast between Houma and Galveston, basically, high wind area, early Wednesday morning. The hurricane itself is anticipated to make landfall at about 1 a.m. Thursday morning, with storm surges in the area of Houma to roughly Galveston of maybe 9 to 11 feet, 7 to 11 feet. Of course, that is if it comes in maybe as a hurricane, Category 3 hurricane. Oh, by the way, hurricanes do leave, in tropical storms, some nice cloud formations, which look pretty around sunset. Yes, stop and sniff the roses in the middle of the apocalypse, right? Yeah, this is a crazy year this year. So the reason I'm going to talk about this is because you can still get flooding up through, this is going to hit basically, or it's thought it will hit between Texas and Louisiana, right along the border. And it's anticipated that there is about a 50% chance of flooding. I mean, they're looking right now projected rainfalls of maybe, a lot of traffic here, maybe 6 to 10 inches along the area going up through Louisiana, western Louisiana, eastern Texas, through Shreveport area maybe, and in parts of Arkansas, and maybe some good rain up in West Virginia when the storm eventually gets around that side. So, we're anticipating getting some good heavy rain in those areas. Could it hamper the harvest of crops? Could it flatten crops? Well, that much rain in and of itself may not, but if you get the flooding, that could be a problem. So we could have flooding issues. We may also get other storms before the crops get harvested. What it might do is make the soil too wet to get out and harvest, and if there is another storm, it could really cause a problem knocking things down. Of course, this storm might do it itself. So it's not like we don't have issues with food already, and that's what I've been talking to you about. We have food issues. I don't know what the hurricane went up the East Coast did. I didn't hear much of damage from it in terms of agricultural output, anything beyond what's expected. We always get storms from time to time. But that Derecho that hit in Wisconsin and also went through Illinois and parts of Ohio and Indiana, that took out a lot of corn and soybeans. They say almost 10 million acres of corn. It destroyed lots of grain bins, silos, probably damaged some elevators. There was a lot of grain in storage that has been lost. The grain that's to be harvested has been lost, and storage facility capacity is down. I guess there's less stuff to put in them now anyway. So I don't know how all that will work out in the balance sheets, but it just so happens also China, before all this stuff hit, including the little buckets going around, made record grain purchases in the United States. So we're already on the tap to deliver record amounts of grain. Expect them to buy lots more, because both the Yangtze and the Yellow Rivers, they're both been experiencing tremendous floods. They had like 5 major floods that hit the 3 Gorges Dam. So that Yangtze River basin, which produces 40% of the food of China, has experienced severe floods. Combine that with the Yellow River flooding, combine that with snowfall in some areas of China, combine that with locusts. the Chinese can be expected to have a severe food shortage. That means they will also try to buy more food on the world market. I doubt they can buy enough to meet their needs, but what you can expect is prices to go up. Now, it's usually the case that the Department of Agriculture will say we got record harvest no matter what. So the guys that grow this, the one place where they got good crops here, probably will not get much of anything for their prices. The middlemen usually profit from such things because prices don't go up until the very end. So this is already harvested and sold usually, unless these guys are smart and hold on to it like some farmers manage to do, if they can do that. Of course, you always run the risk of some storm taking out your stuff. I'll show little clouds here. So again, we're expecting storm surges of 7 to possibly 11 feet along the area from Houma to Galveston Bay area in Texas, from Houma, Louisiana to Galveston Bay, and potentially high winds starting Wednesday morning. Now there are some models and some people are projecting this thing thought it might hit as a category 3. Some people are projecting it could go higher. It could be a stronger storm. If the storm is stronger, the effects could be more severe. There could be more crops at risk. At this time of the year, there's not a lot to be gained by having a whole lot of rain because the crops are essentially finished. Most of them are essentially finished. Now some garden crops, I'm planting stuff still. I like to see a little rain for my stuff. But you got to worry about getting in field. But this is usually a dry time of the year in this area. So usually getting in the field isn't a problem. If you get flooded, it could cause a problem, and that might cause a problem if another storm hits, or it could cause some crop losses. We really can't afford any crop losses at this point in time. So just letting you know, this is what we're dealing with. It's something to be greatly concerned with in terms of food. So like I always tell you, you need to prepare, you need to grow your own food, and you need long-term food storage. Right now you can get great deals on it. Go to prepwithgreg.com. You can get a 4-week food supply that lasts 25 years. If you buy that today as an investment, in 25 years, it should pay off in spades because food inflation is very high. So, it's going to be worth a lot of money down the road. So you're not going to lose money in value buying food right now. As inflation kicks up, as the dollar gets challenged, which may become worthless, it's a good deal. It's a great deal what you can get right now with long-term storage food, which is more valuable than regular food. But I guarantee you in a few years it's going to be a lot cheaper than what you're going to be buying in the market. So I would really consider it. You can get 2,000 calories per day for 4 weeks for one person. It's an awesome deal. $100 off. Buy one, buy many, buy whatever you can. You also want to go buy your dried beans and rice and flour and cornmeal and all that kind of stuff, macaroni, things that will last, canned meats, but they're not as portable as this stuff. This stuff is, freeze dried. It comes in those handy carry buckets. I think you've seen those on my channel. So you can't beat it. I would say go there and get what you can, and you need to grow your own food. Go to Tree Leaf Market. Heirloom seeds are available. Rack up while you can. You don't know what you're going to be able to buy this spring. If you're waiting till the spring, you may be too late. And I would say buy for yourself, buy spare, buy extra, and maybe buy some for your neighbors too. I'll talk more about that in the near future. Sharecropping your neighbors' lawns. But we are in uncertain times. Things are nuts. But what I'm trying to help you with, and please always remember, the proposition of my channel is help you survive, thrive, and stay out of the hive. We're just trying to keep everybody alive, right? So please subscribe to my channel, check the update notification bell, bang it, click all, and come back to my channel occasionally, at least once or twice a week. Make sure you're actually getting the notifications for the videos. A lot of my subscribers are telling me they're not getting the notifications. So the algorithms just love me so much, because I tell you so much, right? So let's do what we can to get the word out, share my videos, share this widely, because people need to know that food is at risk. I'll do a more detailed video about that also in the near future. But just remember that with all these storms coming and different things, this year is nuts. This year has just been off the charts. This year is, it'll go down as a crazy year for history. We'll always remember this year as being nuts. It's like 1968 on steroids, right? Anyway, I hope everybody does well. I wish everybody peace and prosperity, and have a good night. Bye-bye.